Hey guys, welcome back to another Champions League review. Today we're starting off with a prediction again. Tonight's the big one. We've got Real Madrid versus Juventus, of course. It's absolutely huge. But I don't think it's going to be as big of a game as last night. I just don't think you can quite match that unless something crazy happens again. But let's just get straight into the prediction because I think it's going to be quite clear tonight. I think Madrid will be just, again, going through somewhat comfortably. I'm pretty sure the Juventus are going to put up a fight tonight, and I think they will score a couple of goals, maybe 2 goals, but I think Madrid will score more, and I think they'll win again tonight. I think Ronaldo's going to be playing really well again. He's going to have just another typical Ronaldo type game. He'll probably bag 2 goals or something like that. And I think Juventus, which, I'm kind of sad about today because I think it will be Buffon's last game in the Champions League. I think this is it, and I think he knows it as well. Losing 3-0 at home to Madrid was just unforgivable, really, wasn't it? Because it's gonna haunt them tonight. I'm pretty sure that whatever happens, it's just going to be too much for them, and I think Madrid will win the game and go through. But who knows? Things can happen in football. We saw last night with Roma against Barcelona. Can there be another Italian job tonight? No. Honestly, I don't see it coming. And also, by the way, because I did get a lot of comments on yesterday's video saying that my prediction was almost a bit too close, people thinking that I actually recorded it after the game had finished. Please, I wouldn't do that, and it was actually pretty crazy how accurate I was. I watched it back. I guess I got very lucky. #MysticMGH. And I think tonight it's going to be a bit easier to predict, let's be honest. I think Madrid will be going through tonight to the semi-finals. And again, I think they'll just be too much. They've got too much experience, too much quality. I think Juventus, obviously they're a fantastic team, but they're just not on the level as Real Madrid anymore. I think that it's sad to say, but Juventus have got a bit of an ageing squad. A lot of their defenders are getting on a bit. And I think this season will be their last big push until they really need to invest, especially in defence. And of course, with Buffon retiring at the end of the season, they need to bring in another goalkeeper maybe. We'll take Chesney back at Arsenal, please. But I don't need to talk about that too much. I think now we just wait until the game starts in about an hour and a half. So I'm really excited for this one. I think the result is going to be, I want to say 3-2 to Real Madrid. That's what I'm thinking. But I think Juventus will put up a fight and they will score. Maybe they'll go 2-0 up. And everyone will be going absolutely mad. But then I think Madrid will, maybe in the second half, they'll get a stern talking to by Zidane. And they'll come out strong and win the game. That's just how I'm feeling right now. Things can change. And hopefully I'm wrong. Because I would absolutely love it if Juventus make it through tonight. Because Buffon, let's see him lift that trophy to finish his career. That'd be unbelievable. But I will talk to you in just a moment when the game has come to an end. Oh my God, that was absolutely insane. Where do I even begin? Oh my God. Oh, it almost happened. It almost happened, guys. Ultimately, I was right and Madrid have gone through, but I just did not see that kind of game come in. If you're sitting there right now watching this review and you're a bit like, football's okay, it's a bit boring every now and again. Yeah, I agree, it can be a little bit boring, but don't you dare tell me that football isn't the best sport in the world after that. Just there's nothing like it. You can throw at me an amazing film that grips you, a TV series that you just literally cannot stop watching, that you binge watch all night. I don't care. Throw me a football game like that and I will just... There's no way to describe it. I thought the Roma game against Barcelona was insane. I thought the City-Liverpool game was insane. No, that was insane. It's the only word I can use to describe it. I've never ever witnessed a game so crazy in my life. It was unbelievable. Buffon, the legend that he is, unfortunately has... Well, that is going to be his final Champions League game in his career, and he's ended it on a real low, hasn't he? Was it a penalty? I mean, you could show me that replay 100 times and I still couldn't tell you if it was or not. It's such a difficult call. I think it's very harsh considering the I mean, he's going to get death threats, isn't he? Was it Michael Oliver? I think it was. That poor guy is going to get death threats. He's going to get so much abuse from Italian fans. It's such a difficult decision. I think because of how big the game was and the timing of it, you can't give it unless you're 100% sure. And I don't think he was 100% sure. Well, no, clearly he thought he was. But when you see someone who's normally so calm and collected, like Buffon, running at you, pushing you, swearing at you, you know you've made a bad mistake, haven't you? And he sent him off. It's just insane. And Ronaldo, just, because everyone likes to have the debate between Ronaldo and Messi. I know I always say just enjoy it. Two players in their prime. We're never going to see anything like that again, potentially in our lifetimes. But what I do want to say is Ronaldo, there's something about his attitude and his calmness when he needs to be calm. It's unbelievable. I've never seen a player so cold. So cold. He's just so chill. How is he scoring a penalty that good? In that moment, I cannot imagine how nervous I would have been. I would have been bricking myself. I probably would have shat myself. Okay? Gary Lineker would have shat himself. Shat on the pitch. He did indeed. But Ronaldo doesn't. And he is just the man for that job, isn't he? I mean, who else would you rather taking that penalty? Messi, fantastic player, but I would pick Ronaldo. I just would. He's a very cool customer, and that is probably the biggest penalty he'll score in a long time. He's scored some big penalties and some big goals, by the way. But of course, this is just ultimately a quarter-final, and they're now through to the semi-final. Imagine if that happened in the final. Let's talk about the game itself, because Madrid, I thought, were actually very, very poor in that first half. And just like Man City last night, they got off to a great start, Juventus. They managed to get that early goal. Mandzukic clearly should be starting. He's an absolute weapon, isn't he, in the box? Got his second goal. Twitter blew up. It's happening. Madrid are collapsing, just like Barcelona have. And then it's 3-0. And it's quite literally unfolding in front of your eyes. It's happening. And then that happens in the last minute. Just unbelievable. I thought that Madrid really missed Sergio Ramos. And the poor young guy, is it Vallejo? I don't want to say his name wrong, but I'm pretty sure I just did. I mean, he's so young, and to get thrown in at the deep end like that, he's not going to sleep tonight. And I can't imagine how bad it would have been if Madrid did get knocked out, because I'm not saying he was at fault, but let's just say if Ramos was playing tonight, I don't think it would have got to that stage where they were 3-0 down. I know Madrid have been poor in the league this season, but in Europe they have been faultless. Well, not faultless, but they've been very strong, and I would not have predicted what happened tonight with Juventus scoring 3 goals without reply, but it happened. I got my prediction massively wrong tonight. I don't think we need #MysticMGH anywhere near me on Twitter tonight. I'm actually exhausted, emotionally exhausted. I'm absolutely gutted for Juventus, because if I was in their position tonight and that happened to Arsenal, a last minute penalty, which it really is a 50-50 decision, I would be fuming. I would be absolutely fuming, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of punishment to the players. Apparently even the media were they were so angry, they were actually told to leave the stadium before the final whistle. Some of the Italian media were quite literally told to leave the stadium because they were going mad at the Spanish media, throwing insults left, right and centre. I mean, that is just a pure meltdown. Italy are very, very passionate about their football. Very. And I get it. I totally get it. It probably, in any other game, would have been a penalty, but in such a big game, you've got to be sure, haven't you? And I think he's gone with what he thinks is the right decision. Of course he has, but ultimately I don't think he should have given it. And I feel for the Juventus fans, their players, the club itself, because I would have loved to seen them lift that trophy this season. Buffon ending his career on a high. I mean, there's no doubt about it, he's a legend. And I'm sure he will still go down as a legend, and you will think of his great career in terms of just being a great goalkeeper and not about tonight, because it wasn't about him tonight. Of course, it would have been amazing if he saved that penalty, took it to extra time and wasn't sent off, and they actually eventually won the game. Of course, that would have been crazy. It would have been an absolutely amazing story, but he's been sent off, and that's just the way it is. Players get sent off when they lose their head all the time. It's just that big occasion. It's got to him, and for someone who's normally so calm, and I'm sure he's going to apologise profusely to the managers and to everyone who watched it, and the referees and his fellow players, because he's that kind of professional. But inside, he's going to be a broken man, and I feel for him. I really do. But it's not just about Buffon. Juventus have been a powerhouse in Europe for so long. They still are. So this isn't the end of Juventus. Some people treating it as if it's like the end of an era. But although I think they do need to do some major work, especially with the ageing players they've got in their squad, they'll be here next year in the quarters, in the semis. They just will be. But I think it's pretty clear now. Madrid, I don't see them getting beaten by anyone else. I think Juventus were quite literally the only team that would come close. I think Liverpool would struggle. I think Roma would struggle. God, I haven't even checked the other result. Blimey, that's how crazy this game was. But I think it's pretty clear that Madrid are going to go on to win again. I don't see any other team winning it. Okay, I think it's bedtime. Thank you so much for watching these videos, guys. A quick word on career mode, by the way. I tweeted it out recently. I am still doing career mode. Just at the moment, I'm really enjoying taking a nice break from it all. I haven't loaded up my PS4 to play FIFA in about 2 weeks now, which is... It's really nice, mentally. And I'm really enjoying making these videos. And they do so well, because you guys seem to really support them and really enjoy watching them. So... I'll be back tomorrow night after the Arsenal game. Hopefully another positive video. And until then, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you turn on that bell notification button as well. And I will see you next time.